Curse of the Deceiver be upon ye. Oh my god. You lot were like on that shit immediately. Holy shit. That was like 3 immediately popping up in chat. Chat, do we wanna unleash the Omega Bean? Where is the bean? Here we go. Reject all. Everybody should have just got a fuck ton of points back. Come on, Celeste. I know that I'm trying to make you boot with 96 mods, but please. That was awesome. You should have. There's a clip of me doing that for the first time. There's a clip of me doing that for the first time that has it lasts for like a full like 45 seconds of unending beans. 96. Yeah, I have 96 mods installed. Okay, Celeste, will you actually boot, or do you have some missing dependencies now? Hero path or dark path? So, the previous times that I have been streaming this, I've been streaming this with Zoe. Zoe has hit the point with Celeste crossover collab where she thinks that the levels are too hard. So I asked her, and she was like, "Yeah, you're good to play like by yourself if you want." So we're gonna play some Minecraft in Celeste with the rest of the level, actually, because we're already partway through. This is my warm-up. Also, just double checking, all of my audio is working, right? Time to impregnate some movements, or whatever the phrasing was. Okay, I just wanted to make sure because it feels really loud to me. So I guess I'll just adjust it on my speaker instead of in stream. That was close. I also gotta say, it's always really weird. Whenever I do Celeste, I usually do Celeste without my VTuber model on. So whenever I'm doing it with my VTuber model on, it's just weird. It's like, I actually have to, like, you know, work on puppeting my VTuber model. Who are we impregnating? Miles McKenzie. That's impregnating, not impregnating. The M in Mpreg stands for Miles. Chat, how do you feel about listening to Pigstep for like an hour on loop? Oh, Barrack, you're caught in the shadow band dimension again. There we go. The hat disappeared without a warning or a message. Yeah, that's because Barrack's caught in the shadow band dimension again. Don't you know, Barrack is very sneaky. It's really funny. I've been playing a lot of Minecraft lately. That was dumb. That's the same thing. Why am I doing that? I don't know why. It feels so natural to just use that momentum. Oh, that was perfect. I was running out of stamina, but it was perfect. we go. Wait, does dashing directly sideways into that work? No. Oh, come on. Give me the wounce. Give me the wounce, please. I don't like the way that that is positioned. Don't mind me just accidentally buffering an input so it fucks up everything I'm trying to do. Okay, so we have to go. Oh, look, we're going into a Soul Sand Valley. Or whatever the biome is actually called. Trying to figure out if there's a better way to do this or if I'm just being stupid. Man, how long has it been since I streamed Celeste solo? Because almost all of my Celeste stuff has been with Zoe the last little bit. Come on. That was lower than I usually input that. Buffer jump. Come on. There's one solo stream in December. Yeah, there was a speedrun stream, wasn't there? Yeah. The one right after I put Claire Obscure on hold. You know, I would say that I wish that this was a longer loop, but like, Pig Step is a really short song anyway. It's only like 1.5 minutes long. Okay, so we need to make it over, get up there to hit the switch, and then come back down to hit the spring again and go up, and then make it over, and then do a bounce off of that. Okay. I find it really funny that, like, it's one of those things where it's like, of course they would use Pig Step because it's also done by Lena Raine. But like, there's something like very endearing about the fact that it's Pig Step being played here. I don't know why. I keep thinking I'm gonna bounce further off that block than I do. It matches the vibe somehow. Yeah. Damn it. That's tricky. Why did that send me so far? Why did that not... Damn it. I didn't even do that correctly. Chat, remember that one time that I spent literally 4 hours on a single room in this game? Come on. Stop giving me buffered jumps, please. I don't want them. Four-hour room, yeah. You know, real old viewers will know of the previous Maddie spends 2 hours on one room. Because it did technically happen twice. You can still go and find it on my YouTube channel. Chapter 7C of the vanilla game, when I played vanilla, absolutely wrecked me. The last room of 7C is a bastard. You're a new viewer, so you haven't seen the Celeste brain rot yet. Damn it. And not yet, little. when it's happening. Old viewer on a technicality, but you remember nothing. Let's see. Following since December 23rd, 2023. Like 2023 Celeste 7C. I think it was when did I play Celeste Vanilla? Was that 2023? It very well could be. I don't know. You know how January 2023 has the vanilla vids? As in, like, that's the publish date, or as in that's the date in the description? Because I put the stream date in I put the stream date in the description because I like having that. That's the description? Okay. God, it's crazy to think that I've been streaming for like 4 years. My 4-year stream anniversary is in May. There we go. There is stuff uppies. Did you know station blocks can go back again if they're hit after they reach their final node? Chat. Secret! Is this for Bowie? Chat, do I go for Bowie? Okay, how the fuck? Chat, how's your tolerance for pig step? You doing good? Damn it. I tried to do something goofy there. You can wall kick off of those types of, like, that sort of setup with really, really precise spacing. You can wall kick off of that. So I think what I might be intended to do is doing this all in one fell swoop. Yeah, look at me almost doing a corner boost off of that by accident. Why am I going up again? Okay, so we need to do that. Oh, wait, I think I see what I'm supposed to do to get over that. I think if I do that right, I can get enough height off of that to get over. Bonk. You know, I could do something like this. I don't think that works, but I could. It feels like I need to use the momentum off of this station block to, Why did that not bonk? Hi, Rebecca. How are you? Yeah, why is that not bonking? I'm doing pretty good. Finished Metroid Prime 4 today. Trying to figure out how to get through this first bit of this room. There might be some tech that I'm forgetting here because this is an advanced level and I haven't played advanced in a hot minute. Yeah. You might be able to do that with a better wall or with a better bounce. Your Honor, I'm in the club, straight up wouncing it. Bouncing it live on Twitch, yeah. Who up kasooting they fooper? I wonder if I'm just actually supposed to do that spike jump there. See, there's a part of me that thinks that it could be like bouncing off of those spikes, but at the same time, spike bouncing like that, I believe, is an expert tech, and this is only an advanced level. Chat, I'm sorry, no Bowie. That was a really easy room compared to everything else. Dev binoculars, go. And that one took a sec for it to... That one took a sec for it to think about what it wanted to do. Why did this level immediately get, like, significantly easier? I say as I make incredibly stupid mistakes. Really? Hi, wizard. Greetings from lots of snow. I hope you're doing good. Yo, welcome in. Welcome in, Connor the Pengu. How are you? For those of you who don't already know me, hi, I'm Maddie. I'm a variety streamer. I stream lots of RPGs, lots of visual novels. We just finished Metroid Prime 4 today. And we're currently playing some Celeste crossover collab.
And I've also been told that I have a really nice voice.
Yeah. How was your stream? What were you streaming? Beat Prime 4, love to hear your thoughts. I think Prime 4 drops off near the end, like the last third of it, like starting with like the mine. I don't want to go into too much detail for everybody who just showed up, but Far Cry 4 tried to start Silent Hill 4, but it wasn't working. That's always the worst when you're like, oh, let's do something, and then it just decides it doesn't want to work. But yeah, like, I think Prime 4 is fine, but I think overall it's my least favorite of the Prime games, or the numbered ones, I should say. I think most would agree that it's the weakest of the four. I don't know, a lot of people really fucking hate Prime 3. Granted, I also feel like said people probably hate Prime 4 as well, but some people have a very large hate boner for Prime 3. Oh, that was almost it. Let me up. Thank you. Is this a Bowie room? This is Bowie. Chat, this is Bowie. Chat, I'm sorry. I'll give the berry room a couple tries, but I make no promises. Turns out a couple tries was all I needed. Bowie. I'm really glad that that worked, because if that didn't work, I have no idea how I was intended to get through that segment.
Thank you for the redeem, Amethyst. Sorry about that. I need to take a sip. Big sippy. Really? You couldn't make these the ones that respawn? Hmm. You know, I'm not entirely sure what I'm supposed to do here. No, Cat. Barrick, you're still in the Shadow Band dimension. Just so you're aware. Gilly. Wait, that's the exit to the room? Huh. Okay, I definitely understand how to do it now. I just need to actually walk in and do it. Yeah, that's fair, wizard. I didn't hit the button. No. Take me back to safety. No. Fuck. Yo, welcome in, Raiders. Welcome in, is it Valley V? I hope you're doing good. For those of you who don't already know me, hi, I'm Maddie. I'm a variety streamer. I stream lots of RPGs, lots of visual novels. We just finished Prime 4 earlier today, and we're currently playing some Celeste crossover collab. And you can already hear my voice.
Chat likes to say that I have a nice voice, or make me say that I have a nice voice, I guess. I say that as if that wasn't my raid message well before people started saying it was a requirement for the raid message. But yeah, I hope you had a good stream. What were you streaming? Oh, damn it. That was dumb.
No!
Wow. Failure so catastrophic it shifts me back into the girl voice. Playing Expedition 33. Nice. I liked what I played of Expedition 33. I'm probably gonna go back to it later this year. Yeah, it's good to see you too. Unironically, I did not do the girl voice there on purpose. That was entirely accidental. There we go. Uppies acquired. Oh, this movement is sick as fuck. Holy shit. So wait, where do they throw this? Okay, so you are supposed to hit that button on your way past. Expedition made you cry yesterday. Couldn't leave it off there. I really liked the bit of Expedition 33 that I played. I feel like a lot of the... It's really weird because usually I'm not too bothered by it, but like I feel like part of the reason why... Oh my god, I see that spot on the wall directly above me here, like right over there, and I'm just like, I could totally demo dash into that. As to whether or not there's actually a room over there, no clue, but... But, I don't know. Usually it doesn't get to me, but, for some reason, a lot of the negativity surrounding Expedition 33, like around the Game Awards, really got to me while I was streaming it. But I do want to go back to it this year. Also got the impression you were more tired during December. Oh, absolutely. Work in December is rough for me because I go from working my dishwashing job 2 days a week because it's like at a theater and I work weekends over there. I go from doing that to working literally every day minus Sunday and Tuesday. And they're not short days either. Like, I'm there for like... Honestly, how long am I there for? It's like, I'm there for like 6 hours, I think. Which isn't, you know, awful compared to what some other people work. But I also was juggling my other job alongside that as well. Secure the bag though, yeah. Hi, Ando. I don't know. I think the secret is that I think I just need to uninstall Twitter. I think uninstalling Twitter would be a good move for my mental health. Don't ask me why I still use Twitter. I don't even post anything on there. I think also one of the reasons why I put Expedition 33 on pause is that the first stream of Expedition 33 went really poorly on the technical side of things. Like on the actual like hanging out with chat and vibing side of things, it was great, but I was spending so much of that stream so worried that my PC was gonna fucking blue screen on me. Basically only still have it for anime titties and VTuber stuff. You barely even post. I sometimes retweet stuff on there, but that's like it. I need to use Blue Sky more. Like if I'm gonna be on toxic social media, at least it can be slightly better toxic social media instead of whatever the fuck Twitter's become. So wait. If I want toxic, it better be Yuri. I definitely don't think that that's how I was intended to do that, but that works. We found it. We found the Nether Fortress. I don't know. It's really weird. I feel like I've had a lot more stream energy, like since I feel like I've had a lot more stream energy since what was the first thing I streamed this year? Like Ender Magnolia? Like, I loved Ender Magnolia. And like, I had pretty good energy throughout Ender Magnolia. Oh, that's neat. The blocks actually like degrade. Bad and naughty blazes get put in the pain room. Edelgard got released. She's an evil bird. Yeah, I did see that. Is the Xenoblade / Saga leaving her system? Oh, trust me, we will be doing Xenosaga this year. I promise you that. Now you're waiting for Evil Deer Claude? Yeah. I wonder if I'm supposed to... Oh dear, are you saying oh dear to the Claude thing or oh dear to the Xenosaga thing? To the Xenosaga thing? Don't worry, I'm already well aware that Xenosaga 1 is crusty as fuck. This is probably gonna piss some people off, me saying this. Xenosaga 1 is crustier than Xenogears is. Which is partially because I don't feel like Xenogears is crusty. I feel like Xenogears holds up remarkably well for how old that game is. Saga 1 is still a better game than 2. I definitely, like, I don't think I'm gonna get to the entire Xenosaga series this year unless I brain rot through it like I did with Blade. I've heard that Saga 3 is pretty good in terms of like gameplay. I think having chat, having people in chat who have interacted with Xenosaga. Xenogears isn't crusty at all. Xenosaga 3 is pretty decent, but it's a messy series. Oh, don't worry, I'll play Xenosaga Pied Piper. This is a threat. And before anybody asks, yes, there is actually a playable build of Pied Piper now. Or at least I think there is. I seem to remember there being something about a playable build of Pied Piper. Pied Piper was a mobile game, by the way, for those of you who don't know. If you're playing Monolith Soft games of that era, play Bite and Kaidos. I've heard really good things of Bite and Kaidos. It got a remake, right? Or remaster, whatever it's called. It did get a remaster of both games. Sadly, they couldn't get the dub. Wait, do you think I'm supposed to do like a hyper bunny hop here instead? I don't know. I like what I've played of Xenosaga. My issue that I had with Xenosaga when I tried playing it previously is just that it doesn't tutorialize how the actual like level system works. And so I brute forced my way into a corner basically because I didn't understand how the game's leveling system works. Because it's buried in like it's buried in like 5 tabs of menus. And I don't believe it tutorializes. Though at the same time, it could also be a Maddie didn't read the tutorial moment. Path of Pain? God, this is such a long room. That's cute. Oh, thank God. They put Battlin into a chest. How the fuck? I don't know. Also, despite my like kind of lukewarm reception on Prime 4, I'm definitely going to play other M's still. Bonk. Who left all of this wool in a nether fortress? Metroid W. Chat, I don't think I'm getting this Bowie. Steve left it here after the movie. I have another one. Do you think Prime 4 drops in quality as you reach the end? Game starts as a solid 9 out of 10, and by the time you hit the end, it's a 6 to 7. Yeah, definitely. Like, I fully agree with that. Huh. It's just really unfortunate how much like Prime 4 kind of dropped the ball. Like, because it was doing really good for the first chunk of it, and then it just kind of fizzled out. And I was saying, like, with all of the stuff that happened with that game's development, it's honestly kind of a miracle that it turned out as good as it did. Prime 4 is like a victim of circumstance in this situation. That works. Oh, that's cute. We've been on this level for like an hour at this point. Wheelchair basketball is a hard sell. I thought I've heard that Drag X Drive isn't actually like, it's not a bad game. It suffers from Kid Icarus Uprising syndrome, where it absolutely destroys your hands to play. Which, by the way, speaking of, I will be playing Kid Icarus Uprising later this year. You can write that down. You can hold me to that. Will you finally be teaching Pitt how to read? We'll try. We'll try our best. Oh my gosh. The, Pitt proclaiming that he never learned how to read is one of my favorite things in Smash Bros. Because, when you knock Pitt into the background in Smash Bros, that's one of his, voice lines that can play. Is him just going, I never learned how to read. Gosh, Kid Icarus Uprising, like, there's a small part of me that's a little bit scared that I'm not gonna like it as much as I did originally, because some of the, I really hope that Kid Icarus Uprising has aged like fine wine. Because I feel like some people would be really annoyed with some of its humor nowadays, because people seem to have much less of a fuse for some of its type of humor. Have good eep, Ender. But at least based on the, like, at least based off of the image of Kid Icarus Uprising that I have in my brain, Kid Icarus Uprising is one of my favorite 3DS games. Looking it up, Pied Piper is preserved, but there's no news on the translation patch as far as you can see. There is a fan remake in English. What about Missing Year? Has Missing Year got a playable build? I remembered something about one of them getting a playable build, though it might have just been a hypothetical. Like, oh, maybe someday we'll get this. These are definitely the same saw blade assets that they use for the Path of Pain and the Hollow Knight level, aren't they? Where's the end of this room? Oh, it's right there. They added saw blades to Minecraft. One of the mods that I've been playing with my friends added saw blades to Minecraft. That's neat. Come on, Nintendo. Port Kid Icarus Uprising to Switch. You might be a little bit biased about Kid Icarus Uprising. Kid Icarus Uprising is really good. Like, I know some people might not like the self-referential humor, but like, I thought that that game was fucking hilarious when I played it originally. Where are we going? Down the center there would be my guess, but... I also don't know if I can make that jump. Is there more wool down there that I'm just missing? There is. There is. So this entire room is on a time limit. Missing Year has been translated and archived as a series of Flash animations. I forget, does Missing Year go between 2 and 3, or does it go between 3, not 3 and 4? Is like Pied Piper's like entirely backstory stuff. It goes between 2 and 3. Wait. Is that wanting me to ultra off of that? Surely not. This is an advanced level, and ultras are expert tech. Randomly thinking about AAA titles, wonder when Mega Man 12 is coming out. Isn't it confirmed to be in 2027? It just gives me time to play through the original 11 before the new one comes out. I'll definitely actually get to it and won't do one game and then stop. Chat, have I ever told you about one of my biggest pet peeves with video games? One new Mega Man game every 9 years. They've been busy porting all of them to everything except Legends. The fans. One of my biggest pet peeves with like video games is when people will be like, oh, you know, I really want to get into this series, but like, you're like, I really want to get into this series, but can I start at number 4? Or like that sort of thing, where it's just like, can I start right in the middle of the series? And like for some series, like, you know, it's fine. For some series, it's fine. Like, you know, you don't need to play every Final Fantasy game in order to understand what's going on in Final Fantasy 16. But like, it's always frustrating to me when it's just like, you know, oh, like, I really want to get into Xenoblade. I should play Xenoblade 3 and Xenoblade 3 only. And then people get mad when they don't understand the story. Like, it's the same thing. It's especially bad with Kingdom Hearts. People were bitching about Kingdom Hearts 3 because they couldn't understand the story of Kingdom Hearts 3 because they didn't play the rest of the series. Xenoblade 4 on stream when it comes out. Don't think playing Final Fantasy 16 explains what's going on in Final Fantasy 16. Oh, absolutely not. I played Final Fantasy 16 and I could tell you the very basic plot synopsis and that's it. Kingdom Hearts is such a bad example though because it's got so much homework. Yeah, but like, when you say homework, you just mean more games to play. But like, if it's a series that has established like having an interconnective story and people are like, oh, you know, I really want to play specifically Kingdom Hearts 3. I don't want to play 1 and 2 or 358 over 2 days or Birth by Sleep or Recoded. Recoded is kind of fine to skip, but I don't know, like, there's a part of me that understands, like, oh, you know, not everybody wants to put in the time to invest for, like, you know, 15 games. But at the same time, it's one of those things where it's like, you know, with literally any other type of media, you'd get laughed out of the fucking room if you were just like, okay, I'm gonna start with book 4 of Harry Potter. Granted, in this day and age, you'll get laughed out of the room for reading Harry Potter regardless, but that's a joke. People have the exact same complaint about the MCU. Yeah. No, we should laugh Harry Potter readers out of any room. You didn't watch the Disney Plus series? How can you hope to understand this movie? Yeah. But I feel like that one's slightly different because with that, those are completely unconnected series for the most part. Like, they're in the same universe, but the actual stories of them most of the time don't have like consequences immediately affecting the other ones. Granted, I haven't watched anything MCU since Spider-Man 4. Machete order's a thing. You know, there's some part of me that thinks it would be really funny to create a, like, kind of like what Game Champ 3K did with we're at the point where, like, I feel like it would be really funny to do a thing like Game Champ 3K did, where she did the true play order of Kingdom Hearts. Or, I think it was Kingdom Hearts, where it's just like going through all of the shit and like putting it in actual like chronological, or no, it was actual release order. But if you put Kingdom Hearts in chronological order, it's fucking ridiculous, and I love it. Saw a prerequisite to playing Xenogears being reading the Bible and you couldn't stop laughing. I mean, considering the subject matter in Xenogears, kinda. Also, remember Fortnite's part of the Star Wars lore? Yeah. I don't know. With Kingdom Hearts, I guess it's closer to like with Kingdom Hearts and with Xenoblade specifically. It's just like very frustrating to me when it's like, oh, you know, which one of these should I start with? And it's like, start at the beginning, you know, the place where most people start. Or like something like Yakuza. Like Yakuza, you can kind of play out of order, but like some of them, you can't play Yakuza 4 without like at least some knowledge of Yakuza 1. But honestly, more than anything, I think my issue with it is actually less with people being like, oh, which one do I start with? And more with people being like, more with like companies being like, oh, every spot needs to be an entry point. Some franchises are far more pick up than play than others. Yeah. I don't know. I think it's less an issue of like, I know that I said earlier, like, oh, you know, I hate when people are like, oh, you know, can I pick up this thing right in the middle? But I feel like it's more of an issue of like, it's frustrating when sequels don't, like sequels that are explicitly sequels to things don't connect, aka Tears of the Kingdom syndrome. Tears of the Kingdom is a weird example. Tears of the Kingdom wants to be literally any game other than the sequel to Breath of the Wild. Because it's not a sequel, but it takes place in the same setting. It is a sequel, but the problem Well, it isn't a sequel, but they say that it is a sequel. Hi, Kukori Deka. I'm sorry if I butchered your name. I hope you're doing good. Laughs of Majora's Mask. Majora's Mask is a direct sequel. Majora's Mask cannot happen without the events of Ocarina of Time, because the events of Majora's Mask are literally kickstarted by Link going searching for Navi after Navi leaves at the end of Ocarina of Time. Some characters treat Breath of the Wild as though it existed, others don't. Well, like, for example, with like some of my, yeah, exactly. There's no Sheikah tech in Tears outside of the outside of, like, you know, there's the Sheikah tech that's gone completely missing. There's characters, like, some characters acknowledging that Breath of the Wild happened and others don't. The Divine Beasts are completely gone. There's literally no Guardians to be found in the entire game. I'm sorry, this has turned into Maddie bitches about Tears of the Kingdom. Sheikah tablet's now the Purapad. Yeah. Except it's not, because it's canonized in universe as something that Purah, like, makes. So it's technically like a different thing. I don't know. I think maybe my hatred for this thing of like, oh, you know, everything needs to be an entry point is due to Tears of the Kingdom pissing me off when I played it. Because it's like, oh, we can't do an actual sequel to Breath of the Wild, because then that would alienate players who didn't play Breath of the Wild. And it's like, if you're trying to have your cake and eat it too. Like, you can't be a sequel to Breath of the Wild and also not be a sequel to Breath of the Wild. I think I'm just more angry at Tears of the Kingdom, probably. I don't know. I think I just find it frustrating when sequels aren't sequels. Because, like, I felt a little bit frustrated by it in base game Xenoblade 3 when I first played it. Because there's, like, there's very little acknowledgement as to what the 1 and 2 characters are doing. And then the DLC fixed that. And, like, the end game of base game 3 also kind of fixes that. I guess to boil down what my issue is it's more of an issue of I think Xenoblade 3 works as a standalone, but it does a good job of, if you're interested in going further into these characters, we've got games for you. Yeah, that's fair. I don't know. I think what I'm missing is just, like, the sense of continuity. Because, like, it feels like not a whole lot of it feels like not a whole lot of games have like that really like big continuity happening with them anymore. Because like, you know, Kingdom Hearts, as much as Kingdom Hearts is very much made up as it goes along, like they do reference the events of the other games like constantly in Kingdom Hearts. And then you've got Blade 3, which literally couldn't happen without the events of Blade 1 and 2. They retcon KH is needed to make it work with the current game. I mean, you're not wrong. Not a lot of games try to do the we will have a series, like series spanning plot. Yeah. Doing an entire series spanning plot is not great for video games when every entry is like 40 hours. I actually haven't played FF7R. Either of them. Yeah, it's one of those things where like I can see why they don't happen. It just makes me sad and a bit frustrated. Because it's just like, oh yeah, we're gonna make every entry in this series have a little bit my biggest problem with Age of Calamity I think my biggest problem with Age of Calamity is that like it felt like it was marketed as like a, oh, you know, experience the events leading up to Breath of the Wild, and then it just was like, oh, this is actually an alternate universe thing. Though that could have just been my own misconception, because it was marketed as that, yes, but it's an alternate universe. I don't know. Video game continuity is a weird thing. Like, I like when my games have continuity, but I can also understand why it's so difficult for games to like be marketable if they have continuity with previous games, or like explicit continuity, I guess. At least the character designs for the Age of Imprisonment characters are pretty good. I still gotta play Three Hopes. Like, maybe I'll get around to playing Three Hopes this year, but probably not with the way that Three Houses is probably gonna go. The narrative is we know how this ends. It's not interesting. See, yeah, I feel like with the Xenoblade 3 example, I feel like I didn't explain it very well. Like, when I played Xenoblade 3 originally, like when it first came out, I was expecting it to be more directly tied to them, like more explicitly tied to them, I guess is the better way. It's very directly tied to them. And I actually have a lot of respect for its like restraint in some places. But generally, Xenoblade is a, like, Xenoblade is built in such a way where you'll get a lot more out of it if you play it in order. But no cap. Yeah, that's yeah, I think that's kind of where I'm at as well, Wizard. I think the issue with it is just like when games hit you with the, we don't want to give you any information about the previous game because we don't want you to be spoiled on anything from the previous game. So we're not going to give you any information other than very, very vague hints at, you know, oh, 20 years ago, something happened. And it's just like, oh, well, that's the events of the previous game all summed up in one very beige bullet point. How in the world are we still going? Oh, wait. Oh, that's neat. It leads you back to the beginning. So yeah, maybe my issue is less with people being like, oh, can I jump in anywhere? And more of a issue of, more of an issue of the, kind of ignoring that a sequel is a sequel sort of deal. Maybe that's more of what I'm angry at. So yeah, maybe my previous statements were incorrect. Like, my previous anger statements were incorrect, but I do think that those 2 points are connected though. They make a line. They are connected, but do you think this conversation helped you better identify what you're looking to say? Yeah. Really? Armored Core is like 4 different timelines. Ando's, I know that I've been talking about a whole bunch of games that I want to stream. Ando's hoping and praying for Armored Core 6. Ando, how long did it take you to beat Armored Core 6? Like, I know that you have to play it like 5 or 6 times to actually get everything, like see everything in it. I'm not hoping and praying, you're orchestrating events to ensure it occurs. You can't gift it to me, Endo. I already own a copy of it. I actually don't remember. Did you gift that to me? Was that one of the games that you gifted to me? I don't know. I mentioned it earlier. I'd like to play some more obscure games this year. And I don't mean Claire Obscure. I will be playing that, but I don't mean that. I don't know if Lobster's here, but I want to play Treasure of the Rudras. I also want to play Hotel Dusk. Hotel Dusk is a very well-beloved game by the people who, Hi, Zoe. Hotel Dusk is a very well-beloved game by the people who have played it. 72 hours in AC6. Hotel Dusk and maybe its sequel. I don't know if I'll get to that this year, but... How is the Zoe? I'd like to play Bravely Default 2. I've heard really good things about Hotel Dusk. I haven't heard basically anything about the sequel to it. Because it's a like Europe only game, I believe. Bravely Default 2 will be interesting to watch. I think it'll be interesting to play because I know that it's funky. last window only got a PAL release. I'd like to play more of the Professor Layton games this year as well. I know that I'm just listing a whole fuck ton of games, but like, I'd like to hopefully, depending on how burnt out I get, I'd like to hopefully get past Unwound Future this year. I've played Professor Layton 1. Professor Layton 2 is really easy. And 3 is kind of balanced in terms of difficulty. Unwound Future is amazing. Like, unironically, that game fucks. I think they're all easy, but they're fun. Curious Village is not easy. Huh. Do think that the prequel trilogy is weaker, but still fun. I have only played, I've played up to a little overboard on the sliding block puzzles, but otherwise fine. Curious Village has a lot of the Curious Village has a lot of the like trick question puzzles, along with the sliding block puzzles as well. Though I do actually really like the sliding block puzzles. Have I played the the Somnium Files games? I have not. I've played the first one. Like when it came out. No cat, Varric. You're not allowed to return from your exile yet. I've heard that Nirvana Initiative is really good. But I would definitely need to stream I1 before I streamed I2. What did I think of the first one? I really liked the first one. I thought it had some good twists. See, the one that I've heard is acceptable but far worse than the first one is No Sleep for Kaname Date. How in the world am I supposed to do this? Bonk. What? Where did I miss a switch? Is there a switch up there? I also like the touch that the bastion spikes here are like gold. Also, Zoe, if you're still here, I finished Prime 4 today, and then I've been doing nothing but playing this Minecraft level. It's probably a good thing that we stopped playing this one when we did. Because hot damn, this level difficulty spiked a bit. I don't know. My tastes in games are weird. I will say, I would like to try Echoes of Wisdom. I got gifted a copy of it for Christmas, and I think it would be neat to test out. Final Fantasy 13, hopefully this year. Also, I definitely forgot to say it earlier. I hope you're doing good, Sachi. What? Okay. I mean, I'll take it. That shouldn't have given me a checkpoint, but I'll take it. Hmm. Oh my god, how much more level is there? I love Dream Block Tech. I actually genuinely mean that as well. I don't mean that as a joke. Really? I don't know. It's really easy to say like, oh, I want to do this game and this game and this game this year. But at the same time, part of my problem is that, like, I can never tell what, like, kind of mood I'm going to be in game-wise. Like, for example, on how, like, weird my mood can be with regards to games, the whole streaming the entirety of the Xenoblade series last year happened by complete chance because I decided I was gonna play Xenoblade 1 in September because I was like, okay, I need an emotional support game because I was not doing great in September. As you could probably tell if you go back and watch those VODs, I was not doing too hot. It was at the very end of Chrono Cross as well. And then it just turned into, I streamed Xenoblade 1 and like, people seem to like Xenoblade 1. Let's do 2 and 3 back to back. Though it wasn't intended to be 2 and 3 back to back, it did become 2 and 3 back to back. How hundo? What do you mean hundo? Like, as in like getting all the characters? Like 100%? Because if you're talking about like that, absolutely not. I definitely did not 100% Chrono Cross. I did one playthrough. All the characters and endings. Nah, I just got the true ending, and I only did one playthrough. I still need to go back and play Radical Dreamers, actually. I didn't play Radical Dreamers because I was feeling a bit burnt out by Chrono Cross. And also the aforementioned not feeling great emotionally. But yeah, I liked Chrono Cross. Chrono Cross is a funky little game. That's also a game that that game is weird when it comes to being a sequel to Chrono Trigger, because it kind of is, but also it feels like for the first 3/4 of it, it was not planned to be, and then they just kind of were like, oh hey, this is a sequel to Chrono Trigger now. They stapled it on and it feels like it. Yeah. I still think Chrono Cross is a good game. Like, it had a weird development cycle and also had basically nobody come back from the Chrono Trigger dev team. Great game, but poor sequel, yeah. I'm fucked. See, I like the funkiness that Chrono Cross tries, and I think the element system is pretty good, and the game is pretty well balanced. Right up until you get to like one specific boss fight, which, funny enough, is actually kind of the same, one of the issues that Chrono Trigger also has, where like it struggles with oh, this is a checkpoint. That's nice. Chrono Trigger's difficulty balancing can be a bit funky. Looking at you, fucking Giga Gaia. But like, I don't even remember the name of the boss from Cross that made me switch to easy mode. Well, I say switch to easy mode, I mean, like, start using meta shit. Miguel, is Miguel the big knight dude with the two swords? That's Garai. Garai was the one that really got me in Chrono Cross. The big knight dude in the graveyard. Or in the Isle of the Damned, I think is what that area is called. Which one was Miguel? The bonus boss, the bonus boss in Chrono Cross really beat my ass. Yeah, that was a like I remember, I think I died to that fight like 2 or 3 times. Wait a minute. What is there to stop me from just doing stuff like this? Damn. But yeah, Chrono Cross was pretty good. I'm trying to think of some of the other games that I streamed last year. I'd like to play Battle Network 2. And maybe 3. I'm definitely not getting to like the entire Battle Network series this year because there's so many games in that series. Is it Battle Network 3 or 4 that's the one that's like really, really rushed? Battle Network 2 is a decent chunk longer than 1. Which one of the one is... It's like, it's 4, right? That you have to replay like 4 times in order to actually like get everything, in order to see the ending. Three loops minimum. Isn't there also something with that where if you connect in multiplayer, you can actually lock yourself into needing to do like 4? Yes. Is Battle Network 4 also the one that's got the quest that if you do it during a certain segment of the story, it completely locks you out of doing any quest forever? Because you literally can't do it. Well, it's not that big of an issue in the Legacy Collection because there's like a patch card or something that can fix that, but one of them has like a quest you can pick up from one of the like bulletin boards that requires you to do like a specific fight to get something, and it's a fight that you can be permanently locked out of. Side note on trying to get Maddie to play certain games, as Pyre tried to get you to play Caligula Effect. I don't think Pyre has specifically. Caligula Effect is a game that I am aware of. I can't believe I just did that. Any thoughts on Tactical Breach Wizards? I've seen Tactical Breach Wizards. I think it looks neat. I haven't looked into it very much, to be completely honest. Maybe I'll have to crack out my PS Vita one of these days. Crack out my PS Vita and play fucking what's it called? What is it? Lost Dimension? The one that's like the Among Us RPG. I know that that's crazy reductive to say, but like, I actually don't remember. Did that ever get a PC port? Barely. Your estimate is that I'd say Tactical Breach Wizard fucks. I do say that a lot, don't I? Lost Dimension mentioned to get fire in here. It's on Steam. I 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100% 100 I do actually still own a PS Vita. Like, I wonder... Wow, my brain just completely shut down. Also, I have to ask again, how the fuck is this level still going? Please. CG2, Caligula effect 2. There was one other game by that studio that I had been vaguely interested in when it got announced. Monarch, I believe is what it's called. I just remember that one being a strategy RPG. And I like strategy RPGs. Sachi, what would you say, like, how would you react if we did 13 Sentinels this year? Ugh, I got something in my eye. Wow. Oh my god, I just realized how late it is. The Celeste brain took over and I streamed for an extra 45 minutes. Does this give me a silhouette to follow? It does not. Oh, these are Summit binoculars. Monarch has some issues with extreme repetitiveness. I wonder if, like, I wonder what games are still exclusive to the PS Vita. Like, I have a grand total of 3 games on PS Vita, if that. I actually don't even think I have 3. I think I have 2. I have Persona 4 Golden, and I have Persona 4 Golden, and I have Disgaea 4 Complete as a PS Vita game. You know, it's really weird. You'd think that I would really like the Disgaea series, considering the, you know, the aforementioned statement. Like, I love tactics RPGs, but something about Disgaea just never really clicked with me. Like, I feel like it's just because Disgaea is kind of like tactics RPG Grindfest, the game. Like, I don't think they're bad games. I just think they're not for me. Especially after 5. Like, Disgaea 6 and 7 just don't even aesthetically appeal to me. Unfortunately. I don't like the 3D models on the maps. I think the actual like drawn stuff is cool, but like the 3D models on the maps are not great. If you're reasonably thoughtful, you don't really need to grind until post-game. Really? 6 and 7 excluded. I don't know, it's weird because part of me kind of likes some of the ways that Disgaea adds like more playtime. Like I played Disgaea 5 a bit. I really like the concept of the item world. And that might have been from 1 actually. That might have been when I played 1 complete. I've played at least 4 separate Disgaea games. But 6 and 7 have auto grind features. Says a lot about the design, I thought. Oh, wait, I'm not supposed to go down there yet. Okay, that's a neat room. I'd like to eventually play the the classic Persona games. There's a part of me that really wants to play Persona 4 because I really love Persona 4, but at the same time, like, I feel like interacting with Persona 4 like is risky business. Considering like how rabid people can get about Persona 4 and certain aspects of it. Yeah, 1, 2 Innocent Sin, and 2 Eternal Punishment. I'd like to play those eventually. Don't know if they'd happen this year, but four and 5 fans have strong feelings. Yeah. Maybe I'll finally get around to actually streaming a Shin Megami Tensei game this year, outside of the Persona series, which is basically not even Shin Megami Tensei anymore. What would you stream? Probably SMT4. Probably SMT4 because that's a game that I actually know like decently well, and like I know how it functions mechanically. I know that they all use press turns after 3, but oh, that was enough oomph. I'd like to play 5 Vengeance as well at some point. Definitely put more hours into 5 than it deserved. Okay, so this goes out, and it looks like we're grabbing onto the side of that. And then probably using the momentum to get on there and jumping across. Oh, but we need to hit that too. Have I played Nos? How is that pronounced? Is it Nosa? Nosia? I assume you don't pronounce the G. I assume it's not Gnosia. I'm not a Gnelf. I'm not a Gnoblin. I'm a Gnosia. In English, Nosia. In Japanese, you pronounce the G. I like how I made a comment about like, oh damn, I'm up really late, and then I just continued playing. I was like, one more room. We gotta be close to the end. It's been 3 hours. It's a social deduction game. Got an anime this season. Honestly, I feel like I really like those like kinds of games where it's like, I like mysteries. I like mysteries. I refuse to touch Danganronpa on stream though. How is there still more? How is there still more level? Chat, help. Oh look, Barrack can speak again. Cat. That fandom is a lot, yeah. This is a long fucking level. Jeez. Eric has been freed. Eric has breached containment. Eric's sneaking. I think Barrack likes Shadow Prison. Shadow Prison Money Gang. We love casting spells. God, that's an old meme. I swear, I don't know what happened, but like, I feel like I have significantly less of a filter than I used to. Like, even just like 6 months ago. Like, I can still be like pretty quiet at times, but it's also like, I feel like I have less of a filter than usual, just in general nowadays. Chat, I can't wait until I get to force my friends to play Fortnite with me, where nobody's going to have a good time. Still can't wait for FF Tactics. Eric's betting on FF Tactics being in April. How? Oh my god. Oh, I want to play Blaster Master 02 this year as well, and possibly 03 as well. Zero 02 is really good. I've played 02 before. 03 I've heard good things about. How in the world am I supposed to hit that button? Zero games are pretty solid. I remember liking 2 more than I liked 1. I am a little bit sad that I'm out of Gunvolt games to play, though. Maybe I'll play, like, 20XX. Maddie will do anything to not play Mega Man. I think it would be neat to play, like... I really like Mega Man X, like, the original Mega Man X. I've heard that the Legacy Collection port of it's not amazing, just in terms of like input delay, but That might be old information. They might have patched it. I'm not sure. Think they're workable. I've never actually played any of the Mega Man X games beyond X1. I know that everyone really seems to love X3, I think it is. Is it 3 or 4 that's the like fan favorite one? And I know that when they went 3D, they got bad. Damn, Varric doesn't want to hang out and have a discussion with us. I call upon you, Varric, with my summon of cat. Cat 2. Oh, this is a neat room. I see what I need to do. It's just a matter of getting my inputs in order. Combining dash and jump crystals tends to fuck with my brain a bit, and not the fun way. Oh, there's more over here. I saw this right here and was like, you could definitely demo dash through that space. Chat, I need you to hold me to this. This needs to be the last room. Regardless of whether or not it actually finishes the level, I need this to be the last room. Wait, I didn't hit the switch? Angie. Man, I still think I did such a good job with that emote. It's really weird. I think I did a really good job with that emote, but at the same time, I feel like the Angie V1, that's like the free emote, has like some energy that the other one doesn't. Did you miss peak Persona talk? Not really. We didn't really talk about Persona very much. Hi, Pyre. How are you? Peak is Persona 1 and 2, you must understand. I mentioned that I would like to stream them at some point. That's not gonna work, unfortunately. We did mention a Caligula effect, though. That was dumb. I think you have linked me to the ROM hack of the PSP game with the PS1 soundtrack. Very normal and very tired. That's fair. I'm feeling the tired as well. I should have ended stream multiple like hours ago at this point. Chat, channel your energy for me, please. Chat, tell me everything. Tell me everything's going to be all right. Oh my god, I watched a video. Sometimes I put random videos on in the background while I'm like doing work or other stuff, and I watched a Scott the Woz video. I watched a Scott the Woz video about like Lego games because I've been thinking about Lego Star Wars a lot. And Scott the Woz introduced me to the term glinching. And I've been memeing to my friends all night about it. Cat the Third. You're not allowed to leave because Cat cubed. Chat, did you know that there was a weird Lego action figure that got like a Game Boy Advance game called Galador? And the main character's last name is Bluetooth. How is this not the last? Every time. Chat, before I end, do you want to see a picture of Galador? Look at him. Look at how beautiful he is. This is an officially licensed Lego product. This is the man who glinches. This is an official Lego like thing. This is Nick Bluetooth. I actually don't remember if it's Nick that has the last name Bluetooth. It is Nick. It's Nick Bluetooth. He is the one who glinches. I said, so while I was playing Minecraft with my friends, I uttered the phrase at the club, straight up glinching it, and I could hear them physically recoil at that sentence. This is how you can tell that I'm really tired. I get very giggly when I'm really tired. Or I get really quiet, one of the two. I'm glinching me. No, it's Nick Bluetooth. Why is his last name Bluetooth? Yeah, I don't think I have the mental fortitude for this right now. Jeez, that is one hell of a level. I also said something along the lines of when the Grinch stole Christmas. Chat, I promise you, I'm way funnier off stream than I am on stream. Cursed as sentence solar. What must I cease? What did I do wrong, Barrick? Okay, here is your raid message. We're gonna go poke the Zoe. Oh my god. But yeah, thank you all so much for watching. I hope that you I hope you have a good rest of your evening. I hope that you enjoyed watching stream. Exclamation point Discord if you want to join the Discord. Exclamation point socials. I hope to see you here tomorrow for something. I don't know what yet. Maybe it'll be Final Fantasy Tactics. Who the fuck knows? But yeah, have a good one and take care, everyone.